closed-door session, the Metro Council's charging committee is moving forward to oust Republican Councilman Anthony Piagentini.
The councilman is accused of using his seat for monetary gain.
All those in favor of the motion to file charges for removal of Councilman Anthony Piagentini, say aye. And those opposed? Okay, the ayes have it.
The charging committee was formed after the Metro Ethics Commission found Piagentini used his position of power to leverage a job. The case involved a $40 million American Rescue Plan grant that Piagentini co-sponsored for the Louisville Healthcare CEO Council, his future employer. In their formal complaint to remove him, the committee accuses Piagentini of 8 charges for, quote, misconduct or willful neglect in the performance of the duties of his office. That complaint will be delivered to the full council during its next meeting, which is this Thursday. From there, a hearing will be scheduled on the removal charges. In a statement to WHAS11, Piagentini said, quote, I am pleased the commission finally took action so I can demonstrate publicly that these charges are not true.
The LMPD's 5th Division, which includes neighborhoods like Crescent Hill and the Highlands, has had a record number of homicides so far this year. This was discussed last night during the city's latest Meet Your Beat Cop event, where officers also highlighted how the new crime dashboard can make a big difference. WHAS 11's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Addie Hill report.
The new Louisville Metro Gun Violence Dashboard, seen right here, tracks violent crime in real time across the city.
Our part in saying, here it is, please utilize it. This is the information that you've been asking for. And so now we're in this space of it has now been produced.
Something Police Chief Jacqueline Gwynn Villaroel says will help keep residents informed of the crime in their neighborhood. A small group of residents who wanted to stay informed on their neighborhood showed up for the 5th Division Meet the Beat Officer event.
We want to seek the welfare of the city, right? Like, we live here, we're invested here, this is our home, and so we want to see it flourish and do well.
As you can see, the 5th Division, which includes the Highlands, Crescent Hill, and Clifton neighborhoods, have had over 20 incidents of gun violence this year. 10 of those have been fatal.
When you look at the number as a whole, yeah, it's a big number, and it's an all-time high as far as I can tell.
He says the Highlands neighborhood is a unique setting when it comes to crime.
A good amount of them were domestic related. They were interpersonal fights. They were people that were intoxicated. And I say this a lot, the bars are a great revenue source, a great place of entertainment, but they do bring their own problems.
Metro Councilman Andrew Owen calls the spike in homicides concerning. Both Major Grissom and Councilman Owen highlighted the importance of communication within the division. Alex Dieterer, WHAS 11, on your side.
And according to the director of the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods, the new crime dashboard will be updated daily. We do have a link to it in this story on our website, WHAS11.com.
The judge overseeing the murder trial of Brooks Houck will not have to step down. The Supreme Court of Kentucky made that final ruling yesterday. Houck is accused of killing his former girlfriend, Crystal Rogers, in Nelson County. Houck's defense team was trying to get Judge Sims removed from the case, claiming he was biased against Houck. The Supreme Court of Kentucky denied the motion, saying Houck's team failed to prove any circumstances that would require a new judge. And in another major decision in that case, Brooks Houck will stay in jail on a $10 million bond until his trial. The Court of Appeals affirmed a lower court's decision to keep the bond at that amount. In the order, the court agrees that it is a stiff penalty, but given the capital charge, he could have not gotten a bond at all. The court found Houck did not provide evidence that the amount was unreasonable.
One person was killed and another sent to the hospital after a tent caught on fire at a homeless camp. The Louisville Fire Department says the fire happened around 10:30 Tuesday morning near Brook and College Streets. One outreach worker with whom we spoke says people in the homeless community often start fires to stay warm as these temperatures drop. But she says they become deadly as people are forced to fend for themselves.
If we weren't moving people every day, every Monday at that, if we were providing safe and warm and accessible housing to folks, if we were letting outreach workers and social service workers across the city do their jobs, we probably wouldn't be standing here talking to you all today.
In a statement, Mayor Craig Greenberg's office says they are saddened by the death, adding the Metro's homeless services team works to connect people with permanent housing, resources, and to prevent public safety hazards like open fires that are often found at encampments.
In southern Indiana, New Albany opened its White Flag shelter on Grant Line Road. Operation White Flag goes into effect when the wind chill drops below 35 degrees. During this time, participating shelters are going to be flying a white flag outside. It's a sign to people in need that they can stay inside to keep warm. If you ever need help getting to a shelter during the White Flag, TARC waives fares for anybody who needs transportation to a participating shelter.